Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Anita Anand with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Ujjwala 2.0 scheme to provide maximum benefit to lakhs of migrant labour families while launching scheme in Uttar Pradesh. Both houses of parliament adjourned for the day. Lok Sabha passes Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021. Earth Sciences Ministry to implement Deep Ocean Mission at a total budget of 4,077 crore rupees in 5 years. Government sets target of achieving 175 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity, excluding large hydro, by December 2022. More than 51 crore 45 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered so far. Recovery rate stands at 97.4%. Bombay High Court cancels Maharashtra government's common entrance test for class 11th admissions. Government issues security advisory to Indian citizens in Afghanistan to return home immediately. Government to organize Fit India Freedom Run 2.0 throughout the country as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. And World Lion Day being celebrated today. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the Ujjwala scheme has given a thrust to women's empowerment in the country and women are going to play an important role in the development of the nation. He was speaking at the launch of the second phase of the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana by handing over LPG connections in Mahoba district of Uttar Pradesh via video conferencing. During the event, the Prime Minister also interacted with beneficiaries of Ujjwala 2.0. The Prime Minister said the women of the country were suffering for ages and struggling for basic amenities like toilets, drinking water and gas. He said, our daughters can only contribute to the development of the nation once their basic problems are solved, and his government has launched many schemes to achieve this target.
हमारी बेटियां घर और रसोई से बाहर निकलकर राष्ट्र निर्माण में व्यापक योगदान तभी दे पाएगी जब पहले घर और रसोई से जुड़ी समस्याएं हल होगी। इसलिए बीते 6-7 सालों में ऐसे हर समाधान के लिए मिशन मोड पर काम किया गया है।
Mr. Modi said the Ujjwala scheme also helped the poor during the corona period and it also helped in expansion of distribution centres of LPG. Now, LPG coverage is going to reach 100% in the country. He said this second phase of the Ujjwala scheme is going to benefit a lot of migrant workers. Talking about the expansion of facilities to get gas connection easily, the Prime Minister said 21 lakh households of 50 districts of UP are going to be connected with piped gas systems. On World Biofuel Day, Prime Minister Modi said many schemes have been launched for clean energy. Mr. Modi remembered Major Dhyan Chand, who was from Bundelkhand region, and said now Khel Ratna awards are named after him, which will motivate the players of the country.
The Earth Sciences Ministry will implement Deep Ocean Mission at a total budget of 4,077 crore rupees in 5 years. This information was given by the Minister of State for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh, in a written reply in Rajya Sabha today. Dr. Singh said preliminary estimates indicate that 380 million metric tons of polymetallic nodules comprising copper, nickel, cobalt and manganese are available in central Indian Ocean basin. The estimated value of these metals is about $110 billion. He said the polymetallic sulfides are expected to contain rare earth minerals including gold and silver. The minister said private institutions will be included for development of technologies for the mission to explore possibilities of mining in the ocean. Replying to another query, the minister said the government is exploring the possibility of hydrogen fuel cells for the future of the country. Minister of New and Renewable Energy and Power, R.K. Singh, said the government has set a target of achieving 175 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity, excluding large hydro, by December 2022. In a written reply to a question in Rajya Sabha, Mr. Singh said that a total of 98.44 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity has been cumulatively installed in the country as on the 30th of June this year, which includes 1.49 gigawatt of off-grid and decentralized capacity. The minister informed the House that in addition, renewable energy projects of 50.35 gigawatt capacity are under various stages of implementation, while 25.16 gigawatt are under various stages of bidding. He said the government has also declared a target of installing 450 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity by the year 2030. Mr. Singh said the government has taken several steps to promote renewable energy in the country, including permitting foreign direct investment up to 100% under automatic route and laying of new transmission lines.
The government has said that more than 1,17,000 loans amounting to 26,391 crore rupees have been sanctioned to scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and women borrowers under the Stand Up India scheme. The scheme was launched on the 5th of April 2016 to promote entrepreneurship at the grassroots level, focusing on economic empowerment and job creation. This information was given by the Minister of State for Finance, Dr. Bhagwat Kishan Rao Karad, in a written reply to a question in the Rajya Sabha today. He said the Stand Up India scheme has created employment for more than 6 lakh people. The government today said 976 Gram Panchayats have been adopted by members of Parliament for the development under Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana SAGY till the 3rd of this month since 2018. In a written reply in the Lok Sabha, Minister of State for Rural Development, Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti, said the Gram Panchayats identified under SAGY are to prepare a village development plan, which is a roadmap for the holistic development of the Gram Panchayats.
And now here's a review of the proceedings in Parliament today. First, from Lok Sabha, writer is Achint Bora of PTI. Lok Sabha today passed the Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021 that seeks to restore the power of states to make their own OBC lists after over 6-hour-long marathon debate. In his reply to the debate, Social Welfare Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar thanked the members for supporting the bill and said the legislation is a reflection of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's commitment for the welfare of the backward communities. He said today is a very historic day as we are giving power to the states to prepare their own lists of OBCs. Kumar said the bill will strengthen the country's federal structure and empower the states. He also referred to several initiatives taken by the Modi government for the welfare of the backward communities that include constitutional status to the Backward Castes Commission and OBC reservation in medical education. The House witnessed a thaw in the logjam over the Pegasus snooping controversy as members cutting across party lines voiced support for a constitutional amendment bill to restore the state's power to make their own OBC lists. During the debate on the Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021, several opposition parties, including the Congress, demanded removal of the 50% cap on reservations, while the government underlined its commitment to social justice. For the first time since the monsoon session of Parliament began on July 19, Lok Sabha witnessed a debate in an orderly manner as the opposition put their protests demanding a discussion on the Pegasus snooping allegations on hold for the bill. During the debate, several leaders such as Lalan Singh of JDU, Akhilesh Yadav of Samajwadi Party, Ritesh Pandey of BSP and T.R. Balu of DMK demanded a caste census to be conducted throughout the country. Moving the bill for consideration and passage, Social Justice and Empowerment Minister Virendra Kumar said the bill should be considered as the 105th Constitution Amendment Bill after being renumbered. The 102nd Constitution Amendment Act of 2018 inserted Articles 338B, which deals with the structure, duties and powers of the National Commission for backward classes and 342A that deals with the powers of the President to notify a particular caste as an SEBC and the power of Parliament to change the list. The Supreme Court has dismissed the Centre's plea seeking a review of its 5th of May majority verdict that held that the 102nd Constitution Amendment took away the state's power to notify SEBCs for the grant of quota in jobs and admissions. T.R. Balu of DMK and Akhilesh Yadav of Samajwadi Party also demanded the removal of 50% ceiling in reservation. Intervening in the debate, Labour and Employment Minister Bhupendra Yadav asserted that maximum measures to have been taken at a fast pace to ensure justice for Dalits, OBCs and the poor by the Modi government. Hitting out at the Congress, the minister said the constitution makers had made a provision for reservation for backward classes, but when Congress, which ruled for 40 years, did not give justice to them. Hitting out at the UPA, Mr. Yadav said Parliament's intention was that the central and state OBC lists would remain separate. N.K. Premchandra of Revolutionary Socialist Party said the opposition had repeatedly warned the government that its legislation would be interpreted by the court in a manner it was done, but the centre did not listen, and that is why the new bill was needed. Mr. Bhupendra Yadav said it is our job to develop the legislative process and asserted that the government is fully committed to ensure justice for the poor, Dalits and backwards. Participating in the discussion, Supriya Surya of NCP said the credit for this amendment bill should be given to the Maharashtra government, which requested the centre to address the issue of OBC reservation. Members from YSR Congress Party and Shiv Sena also supported the bill. The Constitution Amendment Bill requires that there should be a majority of the total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of that House present and voting. Some opposition MPs raised the Pegasus snooping issue in the Lok Sabha during the debate on the Constitution Amendment Bill. Pitching for a discussion on the Pegasus issue, opposition parties have repeatedly disrupted the proceedings in Parliament, leading to frequent adjournments in both houses since the monsoon session began on July 19.
Now a review of proceedings in the Rajya Sabha. Writer is Rajesh Ahuja of UNI. The Rajya Sabha witnessed noisy scenes by opposition members over the demand for a discussion on various issues leading to repeated adjournments. When the House met for the day, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said he has disallowed notices from several members for discussion on Pegasus issue. Chairman told the members that a discussion on the farmers issue has been listed. With noisy scenes continuing, the Chairman adjourned the House till 12 noon. When the House reassembled at 12 noon, the opposition members continued with their protests. Amid the noisy scenes, Deputy Chairman Harivansh called for taking up the question hour. With the uproar by the opposition continuing, the Deputy Chairman adjourned the House till 2 p.m. When the House reassembled at 2 p.m., the acting chairman called for taking up short-duration discussion on agriculture problems. Raising a point of order, Jairam Ramesh of Congress said his calling attention motion, which was on repealing of farm laws, has been converted into a short-duration discussion on a general topic of agricultural problems. Soon after, opposition members began raising slogans demanding repeal of the farm laws. Participating in the discussion, Vijaypal Singh Tomar of the BJP said the Congress party is responsible for the problems being faced by farmers. Prasanna Acharya of BJD said, though the agricultural production in the country has increased, the income of the farmers has not gone up. However, the speeches by the members could not be heard in the din. Amid the noisy scenes, the chair first adjourned the House for 15 minutes till 2:33 p.m. and later till 3:03 p.m. As soon as the House reassembled at 3:03 p.m., Bhubaneswar Kalita, who was in the chair, said the chairman has calendars of all opposition parties for a discussion in his chamber. Thereafter, he adjourned the House till 4 p.m. When the House reassembled at 4 p.m., opposition members continued with their uproar. With the opposition unrelenting in their protest, Chairman Venkaiah Naidu adjourned the House for the day. That is all in Parliament Review.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मात नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो खुद से वादा करते हैं, मात नहीं तो टोकेंगे।
Welcome back to the evening news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the Confederation of Indian Industry CII annual meeting 2021 at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow through video conferencing. The theme of the meeting is India at 75, Government and Business Working Together for Atmanirbhar Bharat. The CII annual meeting 2021 will be held over 2 days on the 11th and 12th of August. Singapore's Deputy Prime Minister and Coordinating Minister for Economic Policies, Heng Swee Keat, will address as a special international guest speaker. The event will also have the participation of many ministers, senior officials, academics and prominent representatives of Indian industry.
The government has said that the daily new COVID-19 cases continued to show a decline during the second wave in the country. Briefing media in New Delhi today, Joint Secretary in Health and Family Welfare Ministry Love Agrawal has said the daily new cases recorded on 7th of May was around 4,14,000. Mr. Agrawal said more than 51% of the total cases were reported in Kerala last week.
देश ने सेकेंड वेव के समय पर एज हाई एज 4,14,000 के करीब डेली केसेस नोट किए थे। उसमें अब काफी कमी आ चुकी है और पिछले 24 घंटे का डेटा हम देखें तो देश में करीब 28,204 केसेस रिपोर्ट हुए हैं। यहाँ यह मुख्य है कि हम समझें कि 40,000 के करीब केसेस जो ऑन एन एवरेज हम पिछले कुछ दिनों से नोट कर रहे थे, उसमें पिछले 3 दिनों से कमी आई है और 40,000 से कम केसेस होते होते अब देश में करीब 28,000 केसेस रोज के हिसाब से पिछले 24 घंटे में हमने नोट किए हैं।
Mr. Agrawal said 37 districts in 9 states had reported an increasing trend in new daily cases during the last 2 weeks. The states are Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Meghalaya and Mizoram. Mr. Agrawal said that India is registering a significant decline in active caseload and currently it is around 3,88,000. He said Kerala is the only state in the country where the active cases were above 1 lakh. He said 27 states have less than 10,000 active cases. Mr. Agrawal said the country is also witnessing a consistent increase in recovery rate, which is 97.4% as of today.
हमारा रिकवरी रेट देश में बढ़ता जा रहा है और आज देश का रिकवरी रेट 97.45% है, जो कि एक बहुत ही पॉजिटिव विषय है। अगर हम देखें कि कौन से ऐसे प्रांत हैं, कौन सी ऐसी स्टेट्स हैं जहां पर अधिक कार्य करने की अभी आवश्यकता है, तो हम एक ही स्टेट देश में ऐसी है जहां पर 1 लाख से अधिक एक्टिव केसेस हैं और 8 स्टेट देश में ऐसी हैं जहां पर 10,000 से 1 लाख के बीच में एक्टिव केसेस पाए जा रहे हैं और 10,000 से कम अगर एक्टिव केसेस की संख्या वाली स्टेट देखें तो वह ऐसी 27 स्टेट्स हैं, जिसमें भी मुख्यतः केरला और महाराष्ट्र में देखें तो 62.25% ऑफ टोटल एक्टिव केसेस देश में अभी इन 2 स्टेट्स में हम देखते हैं और जिसमें मुख्यतः केरला में 1,77,000 एक्टिव केसेस हैं, विच कॉन्स्टिट्यूट टू अराउंड 43.7% ऑफ टोटल एक्टिव केसेस इन द कंट्री।
Mr. Agrawal appealed to the people to continue to follow COVID-appropriate behavior like wearing of masks and maintaining social distance as they are very effective tools in giving protection from COVID-19. The Director of National Centre for Disease Control, Dr. S.K. Singh, said a total of 86 cases of Delta plus variants have been reported in the country. He said the highest number of 34 cases were reported in Maharashtra. Dr. Singh, however, said that there has been no exponential increase in the spread of COVID-19 infection due to Delta plus variant so far. He added rapid response team will be constituted by Health Department in each state and union territory to deal with the mutation.
नए वेरिएंट के लिए एक नई स्ट्रेटजी भारत सरकार की तरफ से स्टेट्स को डायरेक्शन दिया गया है, वो है एक रैपिड रिस्पांस स्ट्रेटजी। जैसा आप सबको ज्ञात है कि हर नए म्यूटेंट के लिए ये आवश्यक है क्योंकि जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग में समय लगता है और जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग एक आरटीपीसीआर या दूसरे तरह का टेस्ट नहीं है। ये टेस्ट हमको जीनोमिक वेरिएंट्स और म्यूटेंट्स के बारे में बताता है, तो आवश्यक है कि जैसे ही म्यूटेंट का हमको लैब के द्वारा पता लगे, उसका कम्युनिटी में ट्रैकिंग और कम्युनिटी में कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेसिंग एक तेज गति से की जाए। तो इसके तहत हर राज्य में हम लोगों ने मेडिकल कॉलेज लेवल पे एक रैपिड रिस्पांस टीम के गठन के लिए हम लोगों ने राज्यों से अनुरोध किया है और कई राज्यों ने इसके ऊपर कार्यवाही भी चालू कर दी है।
More than 51 crore 45 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Union Health Ministry said more than 54 lakh 91,000 vaccine doses were administered during the last 24 hours. The Union Health Ministry today said that more than 52 crore 56 lakh vaccine doses have been provided to states and union territories so far, and a further 48 lakh 43,100 doses are in the pipeline.
The Bombay High Court today cancelled Maharashtra government's Common Entrance Test CET for Class 11 admissions. The CET was to be held physically on the 21st of this month across the state for all Class 10 students before admission to junior college. A division bench of Justices R.D. Dhanuka and R.I. Chagla quashed the 28th of May notification issued by the state government. The bench said the state government does not have the power to issue such a notification and directed the state government to start the admission of students for Class 11 by considering their Class 10th marks and internal assessments. The court further directed to complete the admission process within a period of 6 weeks. India has advised its citizens in Afghanistan to make immediate travel arrangements to return home before commercial air services are discontinued. As violence in many parts of Afghanistan has escalated, commercial air travel services to many provinces and cities are getting discontinued. In a security advisory issued today, New Delhi advised Indian companies operating in Afghanistan to immediately withdraw their Indian employees out of project sites in Afghanistan before air travel services get discontinued. Earlier, Consulate General of India in Mazar-e-Sharif, Afghanistan, asked Indian nationals in and around Mazar-e-Sharif to leave for India in the special flight scheduled to depart late this evening. Indian citizens desiring to leave by the special flight have been asked to convey their full name, passport number and date of expiry by WhatsApp at the following numbers: 0785-891-303 and 0785-891-301.
The government will organize Fit India Freedom Run 2.0 throughout the country as a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. The aim of the initiative is to encourage people to take up fitness activities such as running and sports in their daily lives and get freedom from obesity, laziness, stress and diseases. Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Thakur will launch the nationwide program on Friday. In his message, Mr. Thakur urged everyone to take part in the nationwide program to make it a people's movement. Briefing media in New Delhi today, Secretary Youth Affairs and Sports Usha Sharma said, through this campaign, citizens will be given a call to make a resolve to include physical activity of at least 30 minutes daily in their lives. Fitness ki dose, Aadha Ghanta Roz. As part of 75 years of independence, a 100 feet tall national flag was dedicated to the nation at Gulmarg in the North Kashmir's Baramulla district in the modest ceremony today. The ceremony was presided over by Lieutenant General Y.K. Joshi, Army Commander, Northern Command, who also honored the next of kin of soldiers who had made the ultimate sacrifice in the service of the nation. Incidentally, Gulmarg is one of the locations along the line of control wherein Pakistani troops had infiltrated in 1965, and owing to the prompt response of young shepherd Muhammad Deen, who alerted the security forces about the same, the Indian Army was greatly benefited in defeating the nefarious designs of Pakistan.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has thanked India for the Maritime Security Initiative and reaffirmed that the Russian Federation is committed to the common tasks of combating crime at sea in all its forms and manifestations. In a statement, Mr. Putin said, to achieve real success in maritime security, it is necessary to unite efforts of all interested states as well as international organizations and regional structures with the central coordinating role of UN and Security Council. World Lion Day is being celebrated today with an emphasis to raise awareness and gather support for their declining population and conservation. The theme of World Lion Day 2021 is slow elimination of the African lion. On the World Lion Day today, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today asked everyone to raise awareness to propagate the cause of lion conservation on the occasion of World Lion Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also conveyed greetings to all those passionate about lion conservation.
The Sensex and the Nifty today hit fresh record highs. Both equity indices added marginally amid positive global cues. The Sensex climbed above the 54,500 mark. A report from the Business World.
BSE Sensex gained 152 points of trade at 54,555. The NSE Nifty also surged 22-point trade at 16,280. In the foreign exchange market, the rupee weakened by 16 paise to close at 74 rupees and 43 paise against the US dollar. Gold was trading at 46,000 rupees per 10 grams. Silver prices also rose 110 rupees to trade at 62,275 rupees per kilogram. In intraday trade, Brent crude was trading around $70 per barrel. Arjun Chaudhary for AIR News.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, terrorists lobbed a hand grenade on security forces in busy Hari Singh High Street area of Srinagar city today. In the incident, 10 persons are reportedly to have sustained injuries and have been referred to the hospital for specialized treatment. One among the injured is critical. Soon after the attack, security forces cordoned off the area and have launched a manhunt to nab the attackers. Earlier, in the Zainpora area of South Kashmir's Shopian district, terrorists this morning attacked the CRPF party, in which one CRPF personnel identified as Ajay Kumar sustained injuries. Meanwhile, Kashmir Zone Police in a tweet this evening informed that a terrorist who happens to be a journalist and is a resident of Pampore in Pulwama district has been arrested along with 2 grenades in the heart of Srinagar city. Investigation in this regard is going on and more arrests are expected. Further details are awaited.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi is likely to experience strong surface winds during the daytime. Temperature will hover between 27 and 35 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. The minimum temperature will be 26 degrees, maximum expected to be around 33. Chennai is expected to have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature will vary between 26 and 35 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The city will observe a minimum temperature of 28 degrees, maximum around 34. Srinagar will experience partly cloudy sky becoming generally cloudy towards afternoon or evening or night. Temperature will hover between 17 and 31 degrees. Jammu will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Minimum temperature will be 25 degrees, maximum around 35. Leh is expected to have a partly cloudy sky. Minimum and maximum temperature will be between 13 and 26 degrees. Gilgit will have a partly cloudy sky. Temperature will hover between 20 and 32 degrees. Muzaffarabad will experience thunderstorms. Minimum temperature will be 19 degrees, maximum around 27. Guwahati will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature will be around 26 degrees, while maximum will be around 35. Imphal will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. The city will observe a minimum temperature of 22 degrees Celsius, maximum around 29. Shillong will experience a generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. Temperature will hover between 16 and 23 degrees. Aizawl will have a partly or generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature will be 17, maximum around 25. Kohima is expected to have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum and maximum temperature will be between 17 and 26 degrees. Itanagar will experience generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Temperature will hover between 22 and 32 degrees. Gangtok will experience a generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. Temperature will hover between 18 and 22 degrees. Agartala will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Temperature will hover between 26 and 32 degrees Celsius. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Ujjwala 2.0 scheme to provide maximum benefit to lakhs of migrant labour families while launching scheme in Uttar Pradesh. Both houses of parliament adjourned for the day. Lok Sabha passes Constitution 127th Amendment Bill 2021. Earth Sciences Ministry to implement Deep Ocean Mission at a total budget of 4,077 crore rupees in 5 years. Government sets target of achieving 175 gigawatt of renewable energy capacity excluding large hydro by December 2022. More than 51 crore 45 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered so far. Recovery rate stands at 97.4%. Bombay High Court cancels Maharashtra government's common entrance test for class 11th admissions. Government issues security advisory to Indian citizens in Afghanistan to return home immediately. Government to organize Fit India Freedom Run 2.0 throughout the country as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.